Hi, meet Wendi Fraser, Regional Director, Australia. Hi, Wendi.
Hi, Ganga. Thanks for having me, and thanks for letting me help students understand why they need to choose Australia as their destination for choice. They may not know, but Australian institutions are ranked in the top world 100 universities year out of year on year. It's actually a great outcome considering 1,600 universities are compared throughout the world, and we rank at 100. We're also a great country, very multicultural, but most important is our education system. It prepares you for the workforce, and we give you support and tools and hands-on experience and things like the internships. And this is why you should consider your education in Australia.
Awesome. So, once the students get to the Australian universities, what kind of support do they give them?
There's many forms of support. So each university has a student services area. They have a academic support area. So if you need help with your course, you have student mentors, so students who've entered the year before you. They will support you and mentor you through your classes. The student support area help you with things like accommodation. They'll have a career section looking for part-time employment while you're studying so you can support your studies and earn an income. A lot of support is given in seeing you enjoy your studies, the work-life balance, and getting the outcomes of your degrees.
So, is it easy for students to find the part time work while studying, or are there some tips that you'd like to give them?
Well, that's actually something I'm going to share when we do our webinar on December 10 at 11:30 a.m. I've actually done a whole dedicated section to employment from when you first arrive in Australia to when you finish looking at post-study work rights. It is easy to find part-time work, but there's a lot of tips and tricks that I would really like to share with the students come December 10 because we haven't got enough time to cover that today.
Okay, yeah, this is a short trailer of the actual event. So, what kind of advice would you give the students to ensure that they succeed in their studies at Australia?
Number one, you have to put your studies first. Sometimes we see students who do a little bit too much work. At the moment, you have unlimited work rights, but I'll go into more on that December 10 because that will be changing later next year. So what you need to do is ask. We are here in Australia and within university to support you. So you need to ask if there's an area you don't understand, if there's something that you're struggling with. That's what you need to do. And you need to ensure that other students and maybe other agents that are on the ground are not trying to get you to change the course that you've set your intent on studying. That is one thing that we do struggle with in Australia is that students are wanting to leave the course because an agent says they can find them a cheaper course. It's not about the cheaper course. It's about sticking with your intended studies, not affecting your visa, and remaining with the course that you decided when you were at Canam with the counselling that we gave you and with all our expertise that you remain with that and you apply yourself to your course.
Right. And does each state in Australia have support services for students to be
Oh
able to
yeah,
integrate them and
mm,
make friends and feel supported and all of that?
yeah. So one of the wonderful things that we do have, and I just attended an event myself, is that every actual state has what we call a student hub. Here you're going to meet not only people from your own country, but from all those other 92 countries throughout the world that study. They are there with fun activities, employment assistance, accommodation, just moral support, connections, networking with industry and business. So every single state has what is called a student hub. They do cultural events, they do lunches, they do entertainment, lots of fun things apart from the serious side of education.
All right. So, on this live webinar with question and answer session that we're going to conduct with you on the 10th of December at 11:30 a.m., is there anything else that you're going to be talking about which would excite them? For example, how to choose their programs?
Very much so. Australia does have some strict visa regulations, so it's really important that you know the course that you wish to study and look at your existing and previous studies. So I'm going to run through things like the GTE, Genuine Temporary Entrant into Australia. I'm going to talk about the post-study work visa rights. I'm going to talk about each state and territory of Australia. What is the difference? How far they're located, and what the population is, because the population of Australia is 25 million people. And you take somewhere like Mumbai, Bombay, you have a population of around 19 million. So we're a very large country with a small amount of people. We have a lot of work and we have a major skill shortage. I'm going to talk about those jobs where we have the skill shortages and some of the new degrees that universities have devised to help with those skill shortages.
Wow, awesome. So we really look forward to attending your webinar. So students, don't miss it. It is on the 10th of December at 11:30 a.m. IST, and maybe you should register on www.canamgroup.com to attend this event. Thank you.